Almost ready.
We are live
You ready?
now.
Oh,
Too late.
Okay.
All right, hello, welcome back to D&D at Distance. It has been kind of a little while for us.
Too
Been
long.
like a week and a half
Since
or 2 weeks or
August
something.
4th.
Too
Whoa.
long.
Yeah,
Dang,
almost 2
yeah.
weeks.
That's a real long time. Okay, well, we're back and we should just get into it. Let's just get into it.
Let's do it.
So one quick thing before we jump into the story and get into today's episode. We're talking a little bit about like sort of things that can go wrong in D&D sessions, and I think it's tough when everybody's like really invested in the story and things start to get maybe like emotionally charged, and I think there's like the potential to sort of move ahead into spaces where people are like a little uncomfortable or squeamish or like worse than that, right? And so I was watching this excellent like stream or episode from a bunch of people who DM and GM regularly. I think Travis McElroy set it up. It's like a Max Fun Drive thing, maybe. We got like Matt Mercer was there and Austin Walker and a bunch of other people, and they were referencing. All the cool kids were there. They didn't invite us.
You were
for some
there.
reason,
You
and
were
I
there
was
in spirit.
I was there. Yeah, that's right. I do have some students who claim that I look and sound like Griffin McElroy, but he's younger than me, so he looks and sounds like me. That's the way that this works. So anyway, so I was there in a way. Anyway, they were talking about this one D&D stream that I think kind of went off the rails a little bit, and like the kind of safeguards that you can put in place to make sure that that sort of thing doesn't happen. So we decided that we're going to do, I don't know what the name for it is, but it's basically you put an X on a sheet of paper, and anytime a player feels like this story is like heading in a direction I'm really not comfortable with, or that is triggering for me, or that like it's a real hard no for me, you can hold up that sheet of paper with an X on it, so just, I don't have one, but it would just look like this, right? And we'll sort of backtrack. We'll go in a different direction, sort of no questions asked, and
X-card.
and that's that. Yeah, an X card. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, an X card. Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna do that. I don't imagine this to be the kind of story and show where we get into real like heavily traumatic stuff. But if it happens and somebody's uncomfortable, and you see that happen, that's what's going on. So,
I also think we've been friends long enough where we can just be like, "Hey, Josh, shut the fuck up."
yeah,
That kind of
yeah,
thing.
that would be okay. Right, that would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Fair,
just fine.
sit down.
Yeah. Knock it off. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then your character, no.
No. Yeah. So yeah, I think there are like other systems. There's like a red light, yellow light, green light system. That's like yellow. I don't know what they all stand for, but but it's like
If it's the same one as in LARPing, you can use like the colors in something your character's saying. So like green means you can raise the intensity. Yellow means stay at
keep
this
it here.
level. And
Yeah.
red means stop,
Yeah.
back off, like
Yeah,
no
back off.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's,
So you have
you
to break.
So you can be
character
like,
Right.
oh, the grass is really green, or something to kind of signal it.
Right.
There's also like hand taps and other gestures and things you can
Right.
do for LARPing.
Yeah.
But if that's what they're talking
I think it's the
about,
same sort of thing. Yeah, because it's like
Yeah, there's a
think
lot
part of it is like-
that bleeds over.
Yeah, I think part of it is like sometimes people will get like really into characters, and so like you're sort of playing, right? You're like dramatizing
Yeah.
something, and you could be playing like terror or anguish or something, but you want to like signal to other people like, I'm okay. I'm just like playing my character doing this, and sometimes it's hard to tell. And so
Yeah.
I think it can be like I'm just acting here. So like let's keep going, or like I'm not acting. I am
Yeah.
actually in anguish. Let's stop. Right.
Yeah, like I've had to use it before, like in this. So I've done the Witcher LARP a couple times, and one time it's like, oh, I pretend that I'm hurt, And so I'm gonna say like green because I'm not actually hurt. And then one time I
Right.
actually fell in a hole and sprained my ankle and was like red, like
My
down in the
blood
pit.
is red.
Down in the
because
pit.
it's bleeding.
Yeah.
It's literally red. Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like shouting up into the darkness of the Polish woods, like red.
We've all been there. We've all
Yeah.
been there shouting in the darkness of the Polish woods. Yeah. So anyway, I think we're good enough friends that we could just say something. But if
Yeah.
not, whatever.
And for other people who
and for other
maybe
people, absolutely.
don't have that level of comfort
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
in
right.
other games. Yep.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So just a quick refresher, since it's been a tiny little bit. In our last episode, you got into a fight with some supervillains, some incredibly named supervillains.
Oh yeah,
the
they
names
were.
of which
I would
were
argue they're just
unbel-
villains and not super villains because
Yeah.
now
okay, super cool villains maybe. And you got into a fight with them. Crumb did go a little bit over to the dark side
he did
and
a murder.
kill one. Yeah, he did
He
kill
did a murder.
He did kill a doctor who was just
He-
trying to play
he-
some
he
monsters.
He was just a PhD philosophy doctor. Like he
on.
wasn't actually like a medical doctor.
Semantics.
I feel like there's a difference.
We're not clapping outside every
Yeah.
night for PhDs, okay?
Oh, that's so good.
I'm clapping outside
Um,
like this is for the medical doctors only.
yeah.
Get out of here.
This is for those doctors of philosophy. Thanks for helping me understand Proust. So Dan, Crumb did take it to a doctor. The other two got away. Spotlight and BBGB got away.
BBGB.
BBGB, Big Bomb Go Boom. I'm still so
Well,
proud of that
they
name.
definitely are going to look at us with unholy terror from now on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
whatever.
Yeah, that's right. And you also met the Princess of Masks, who
Yeah.
took off her mask and revealed herself to be Errata.
And she
Revealed
sucks.
herself to be a jerk.
Yeah.
Well.
Is she
You know.
though? I don't know.
Is she?
Depends on if you're
Um,
asking me or Dahlia.
Yeah. I think you all may have different sort of feelings about Errata, and in fact, remembers Errata. Crumb doesn't. Crumb, that's one of the memories that was sort of taken permanently.
And
Thank
Dahlia
goodness.
doesn't remember
And Dahlia-
anything.
Dahlia doesn't remember shit.
ever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dahlia's out here trying
Um,
to sell the 3 memories she does have because
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
tired of them.
Yeah, that's right. So at the end of the last episode, you had won the fight. Although I don't know if winning is the right
Did we
way to
win?
think about it.
We're the ones who walked away
You walked away.
Right.
from
Yeah.
explosions like cool guys, but did
Yeah,
we win?
Very cool, guys. You also leveled up, and so we can talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit. But the first thing that I would like to do is do a little flashback scene with Pri.
Ooh,
And,
those flashbacks.
Pri, why don't you tell us about the first time you met Errata?
Can I share my new D&D die first?
Yes.
let's see
Yeah,
'em.
let's look
Yeah,
at
let's see
it.
'em.
I got pre-themed die that are
Oh
like
my gosh.
white and gold.
and
White and
metal?
gold.
Metal.
Ah,
yeah.
oh,
I was, like,
cool.
very happy. It's the first time I've ever bought like character themed die. So
Did you buy a whole set of them?
I did. I bought a whole set. So
Make
and
like a
it
roll
feels
so I can
good.
hear.
Okay.
Yeah,
let
let's
me
hear
hear
it.
that
It's
roll.
very
Let's hear it.
loud though. I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
do
I
it.
shouldn't.
I want to hear it. Oh,
Ooh.
oh, that's
Solid.
good.
It's, like,
That's
solid.
got a
That's solid.
heft. It's got
Very
a heft.
substantial.
And,
Love
and where
it.
did you get
That's
these?
so good.
Who we plugging?
Who do we
Yeah, who should we
patronize?
It was,
plug
on,
that?
it was on Etsy.
Oh.
Mm,
Which has a lot of really cool indie creators.
Yeah.
For die, but there was a lot of really cool ones that are like the clear ones that have like flowers embedded in them and
Oh,
glitter
I
and stuff.
love
It's like I
those.
want those so bad, but also Pri would be like, "What is this?"
Pri would be like, what the fuck is this?
Pri would
Flowers-
crush them.
flowers
Flowers
are
serve no
pink.
purpose.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, she needs solid metal, and of course, Stephen got die for himself as well. But those are flamboyant
Awesome.
rainbow.
Rum
I
wants
believe.
one
They're-
with a
they're
flower
metal,
in
but
it.
they're like rainbow.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yes, I believe Steven will be joining us next week with his new character.
Oh
Cool.
my god.
I'm very excited for that.
Are we
Yeah.
ever going to see Savvy again?
No, he's too busy crying in the closet over what he
TBD.
did.
Yeah,
Oh,
TBD.
no.
TBD. Yeah.
Have you still
Yeah.
Guide, I'm sure.
The real question is, will you ever see Dump Truck again?
No.
Oh, now that's a question.
That is a
Hey,
question I think about.
Unless we find another fucking ghost house, I'm hoping no.
Yeah. Hey
If
guys,
really don't
I'm in
come
here.
back-
Please help me out.
No.
Which
gotta
half
go
of
to
he
the
was
next
in
one.
there? Because I'm not opening the door.
Yeah, so let's jump to this flashback scene. And Pri, why don't you tell us about the first time you met Errata?
Cool. Am I just gonna make up a scene on the spot?
Mhm.
You monster. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Yes,
help you with
and.
it if you want, but
how am I imagining
yeah.
this? Okay. So Pri came to the orphanage pretty late in life. I think a lot of the kids come there probably when they're just like, 6 or 7 or maybe even younger because their powers manifest fairly early, but I think she came kind of late. So I imagine that she came to the orphanage around, say, like 13, 14 even. And I think she was probably in the office getting scolded for something. I imagine that one thing Pri would do a lot is kind of make herself this justice enforcer and probably interfere when she probably shouldn't have interfered and potentially make things even worse. So I imagine,
to be clear, Pri is a kid. Like, she's a kid at the orphanage, right? So
Yes.
she's like making herself into an enforcer or protector, like amongst her peers.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
She's a narc.
I mean, yes, absolutely a freaking narc. Like, this is the person who would have been the hall monitor, but like take it way too seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that no one likes that person.
Hashtag teacher's
Well,
pet.
Yeah,
She,
Yeah.
she
teacher's
made her
pet,
own sash.
But even the teachers
Like-
don't like her. I think the teachers are just like, you're way too over enthusiastic.
You're a suck
Jesus,
up.
you're fucking try hard. God.
Yeah.
Damn
it's-
it, yeah.
It's like one of those. It's like, not only do I bring you the apple,
love
but
it.
I cut up the apple for you and then tell you need to eat this goddamn
And then I
apple
hold
because
it,
it's
But
good
not
for
the
you.
skins.
open your
But
mouth.
Not the skin.
Yeah.
I
Don't
peeled
eat
it for
that.
you. Be
I love
grateful.
it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
So one thing I think that she struggled with is not having very many friends.
Yeah.
Which was made even worse once she came to the orphanage. So I think she was getting scolded for interfering when she should have just called one of the adults. And
Yeah.
that's probably when Arata walked in. I imagine Arata being a little bit older. I imagine that Arata started working as a finder probably fairly young because she was just like a
Yeah.
prodigy at it. So I don't know how old, maybe like 19 or something.
Yeah.
And then she walked in from a mission. To give important information or something like that. And I think Pri was probably like, who the hell is this person? This person isn't on my roster.
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they bad?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
this
not
someone?
seeing you here. I'm not seeing you here.
Looking through my
I'm gonna-
files.
I'm gonna need your social security number, date of birth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fill out this form, please. And
I know everyone here. Who are you?
yeah. And
looking
what
for
was
stories.
the sort of dynamic between them? So yeah, I imagine Pri is in this office, maybe getting scolded by Madam Sky, and Errata walks in, and Errata used to be a kid there, a kid at the orphanage, and has maybe started doing this this sort of tracking, this finding that's so essential to this orphanage. And so she walks in. She's she's like a sort of tall, kind of lean woman. She's black skin, long hair, really well spoken, I think. And what's the dynamic between Errata and Pri right away? Is it like, I hate you a little bit and you hate me a little bit, or is it?
I think that would be one-sided. I think it's probably no hate because Pri doesn't learn about hate until a little bit later. But I think Errata is probably a lot more friendly towards Pri because Errata walks in, doesn't know who Pri is, just immediately assesses that this is another one of the kids, and they're in the office, so potentially they're in trouble. And I think Errata is probably the kind of person who probably got in trouble for other reasons too. Like, I imagine she would sneak around and do things she wouldn't do, like say go on the roof to stargaze at night kind of thing, and then she'd get caught for it, like that kind of thing. Not innocent things, but still stuff that very much is in line with her ability. So she probably walks in, sees Pri, probably throws her like a charming kind of smile and says, oh, like, it's good to meet you. I'm like that kind of thing, I imagine. And Pri
Yeah.
would be like, you're not
I'm
on
in
my
charge
roster.
here.
I don't trust you.
Is
Don't talk to me like we're friends.
is Arata the one who found Pri?
No, I don't think. I don't even know if anyone found Pri. I think Pri was brought to the orphanage by her caretaker at the time.
Okay.
Like, I can't deal with this kid. You take care of them.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. And until you left, or until the events of this story, what was your relationship like with Errata? Because you eventually started to work there, right? You sort of graduated from being one of the kids to sticking around in a way that not many of the other kids do. They sort of get to a certain age and then they leave. They go off and sort of make their own way in the world. And you and Arata are two who stuck around. And so is there a sort of like bond between you two? Is like two people who know what it's like to have been a kid here, who now know what it's like to work here, who are sort of the same purpose? Is it competitive at all? What's the relationship like?
I think it's definitely a little bit competitive, and I think it's pretty clear that we have different ways of viewing things. I think Arata is the type of person who, not unlike Savvy, I think, is willing to do whatever it takes to get something done. And Pri is the kind of person who's like, well, I want to get things done, but I want to do it by the rules. To the point where, you could say that some rules are kind of meant to be broken, which is maybe something Pri's going to have to reckon with later. But
it's possible.
It's something I think about a lot and I'm very scared of. There are two sides of the same coin. They, same kind of upbringing, same kind of troublemaker personality, but very different ways of looking at things. Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah, okay. Well, with that in sort of the background, let's jump to this first scene, which is you all following Errata, now the Princess of Masks. She's like put her mask back on, and she's sort of taking you through what feels like kind of like the sort of underground of this university. Remember, this university is enormous, but it's like a big public space, right? So there are kind of people everywhere, and especially now that this fight just happened and following a huge explosion.
People are running away and hiding.
Yeah, I mean they're like panicked people everywhere, children running around, families. Like it's kind of a chaotic place. And so she immediately takes you into this old brick building and down a set of stairs. And you're maybe like trying to ask questions, and she's like no talking right now. Just follow me. And she goes down into this tunnel that like is going between buildings, and she's like really moving quite quickly until eventually you reach what is a sort of like big tunnel that seems like it's going between a couple of buildings, and she takes a door that is labeled engineering only. She puts a key into that door and opens it and goes through and sort of gestures you all in, and then shuts the door behind her and says, we're safe here. And it's like a little sort of, engineering closet. It's a pretty big room, but it's essentially supposed to be like, there's like stuff to like deal with the pipes and knobs and stuff all over the place that she has made into a kind of hideout, a little hideaway. There's like a bed over in the corner. There's like, some shelving that she has put up that has like some food on it, stuff like that. And she slumps down into a chair and takes off her mask and says, we're safe here. You can grab a seat. You can chill out. She points to the
This is like
shelf.
your lair.
Yeah, this is one of them. She points to the shelf and she says, Addie, you can have any of those snacks that you want.
Cool.
And Dahlia grabs
Great, thanks. Yeah. Addie says, oh, what? And then she looks at you, Pri, and she says, is that okay?
Yes, please help yourself. They'll be safe at least.
And she runs over and she's like grabbing it. And
Which ones
it's
do
like,
you want?
it's like all junk food. It's like chips and candy and, it's just
You
like,
know,
just
let's
the good
just
stuff.
grab them all. We'll decide if
Yeah.
we're on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to limit yourself too early. You never know what you're going to feel like.
Carrying them like in her arms.
Yeah. I think Arata it just like shakes her head at that. And it like it isn't going to say anything.
That's what you get for having that
Um,
much junk food around.
She looks at you and she says, don't start with me. Don't start with me. And she, I think Jay and Zilla and Doyle are there as well. They came too, and they like come over to the couch and they're eating as well. And Errata turns the TV on. There's a TV up in the corner. She turns the TV on. TV. Yeah, it's a
Come
TV
on.
up there.
Oh, let me guess. We're going to
Um,
be wanted.
Yeah, there's right now there's just coverage of the explosion, and it just says like authorities are still working to figure out what's at the cause of this.
Us.
But several people saw the Princess of Masks present and suspect that she had something to do with this. And Arata mutes it and shakes her head, and she says, "These people have no imagination."
Yeah, but it still doesn't explain why you've been blowing things up to try and find kids. Like, it's not very smart.
She nods. She says, "Yeah, I mean, I know it doesn't look smart. And you won't remember this, Dahlia, and neither will you, Crumb. But
Don't
Pri,
talk to me.
yeah, she
Get my name out your mouth.
she she says, Pri, you know what I used to do at the orphanage. You remember
You're like a bomb
what
maker.
I did. No, Dahlia. If anybody was a bomb maker, it would have been you.
You know what? Don't talk to me about things I don't know.
That's a great catch-all phrase. I'm going to use it for
Yeah.
everything.
Don't talk to me about things I don't know.
I just put that in my Twitter bio.
Man, we all need to put that in our Twitter bios. Yeah,
Talk to me
I'm
about
responding
things
to
I don't
anyone
know.
who responds to me on Twitter by saying, "Don't talk to me about things I don't know." Don't.
The more I think about it, the better it gets.
Oh, that's so good.
It's very on brand too. Yeah.
She pulls out her phone and she says, "Just let me update my Twitter bio." Puts that away.
What the hell is
Um,
that?
She says, I was the tracker. I was the one who found kids. And
Look,
we
I
will-
have like sort of a memory about being around an orphanage and talking about kids. Was I an orphan or something?
no, you were brought in as, I don't know, muscle, I guess. You were brought in to protect kids. Didn't work out very well, of course.
It's not.
Yeah. Anyway, I was supposed to be the tracker, and I lost that ability when I got here.
What do you mean you lost it?
I lost it. I don't know if this was part of the plan. I don't have any memory of losing it, but I lost it. It just like all
I'll
of us
say
had.
you lost it. All right.
She says, you. Damn it, that's your name too.
Mhm.
Furry guy. Just let me finish. She says, just like all of us had parts of our memories instilled in those artifacts, in those sealed artifacts, my tracking ability was also sealed away and sort of scattered across this place.
Why don't you just go find your little object and break it like these two dum-dums did?
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I have to find the broken objects and put them back together. That's why I've been stealing things. That's why I've been blowing shit up. That's why I've been doing all of the things that a villain does. I've been finding the pieces of my ability and putting them back together. And she gestures over to a table, and you can see there's like a little it's like a necklace that has parts of like a medallion hanging from it. A big medallion, it's maybe about this big, and
Is
it's
it a
broken
clock?
into. It it's not itself a clock, but it's like a it's like a sort of brass mold of a clock or something like that.
Sweet.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not like a functioning clock, but yeah, it's like somebody pressed the outline of a clock into wax or something, but instead of wax, it's like bronze. And there are pieces of it that she has sort of put back together, and you can see it's all together except for one piece. There's one piece missing. And she says, I don't know if this was part of the plan, if this was something that one of you did or that Madam Sky did to try and, or she doesn't know about Madam Sky, never mind. Something that one of you did to like prevent the Sorcerer King from taking this ability or something, but it's all I have to find the kids. And
Wait, I thought we were in the Sorcerer King's fake world.
yeah, that's it. Here we are.
Okay.
What does the time say on the mold of the clock? The medallion, I guess.
I think it is unclear. You can't see any of the hands because the slice that's missing maybe has them, and the slice that's missing is either noon or midnight.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like that chunk right at the top.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did we get here then? If this is the Sorcerer King's fake world, how did we get in here?
Listen, Dahlia, if you give me that bird and let me smash it, you'll know.
Don't do it, Dahlia.
No, I don't. Every time somebody that I used to know talks about me, I don't like that. I don't like that person. So I don't want to smash the bird.
Errata shrugs and says, there's only so much we're going to be able to tell you unless you smash that bird.
Maybe it's better that she doesn't know right now.
Yeah, I think Errata sort of thinks about it and says, yeah, I mean, if I had her past, I wouldn't want to know about it either.
In any case, we should do everything that we can to help you find that last piece of the medallion, because we
Yeah, I
need to
agree.
know where Madam Sky is.
I realized I accidentally had Errata say Madam Sky, but just to be clear,
She
she
doesn't
doesn't
know.
remember who Madam Sky is. Yeah. She
Who's that?
Because
yeah.
Talia doesn't know
Yeah.
either.
Errata says, yeah, I agree. I agree with the demon over there. Yeah. Who is that?
I'm not a demon. Jeez.
Okay. Well,
Racist.
She's the
know,
only person
horns.
that can help us know exactly what's happening, and she's probably the only person that can help us find the rest of the kids.
was she another worker at the orphanage?
She was the worker, our boss.
Yeah. Errata shakes her head and she says, I don't remember her.
Okay,
And
cool. You
they're-
were useless to me then without this, which is saying something because you were already pretty useless. But without that medallion piece, we're not going to get anywhere. So unfortunately, I feel like we have to help her.
Yeah. Errata says, I'd love to help. I think I know where the last piece is.
Good, tell us.
It's at the base of the tower, I think.
Great.
Um,
Goodbye. I think just
You're just gonna go?
I start walking out.
you're just going out?
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'm
Errata
going
says,
too.
good luck finding it, I guess.
Thank
No,
you. I've got
the
it
last-
from here.
The last time we just barged out of a person who had information,
Uh-huh.
even though he was a weird
Yeah.
squirrel wearing pants.
Think of the squirrel. Think
of the
squirrel.
Save me some
So-
snacks. I'm good.
It had zero consequences for us.
Wouldn't know.
Oh. Damn it. Okay.
Dahlia's not leaving.
Zero character
so
development is what's happening over here.
Uh-huh.
Remember we all compared and said we have 0 intelligence and wisdom between the three of us. So
Yeah, I mean, you really can't expect
Um,
anything more.
head empty.
I think, yeah, you can totally leave if you want, but let me just try and entice you to stay in the room with one thing, which is that Addie says, hey guys,
Oh. Yeah.
it's him, and she's pointing up at the TV, which is still muted. But she's pointing up at the TV and she's saying, it's him. He's back. It's him.
Stop and look at the
Ooh.
screen.
Yep. Stop and look at it. Yep.
the coverage has shifted, and what you see now is a sort of parade coming into town. And there's like are they called chyrons or chirons, or I'm not sure what they're called, chyrons, like the little thing at the bottom. Yeah. It's like if the president's giving a press conference, it says like President Trump says another dumb thing or whatever at the bottom. Yeah, swirly text at the bottom. Yeah. Trump lies again or something like that.
Something like that.
This one says, Sorcerer King makes an unexpected visit to the valley. And you see this big parade coming in, and you see in the midst of it being sort of carried on this like big, like sort of litter, right? By being carried by several people is the Sorcerer King.
That's how to travel in style.
Yeah, he's sort of like reclining.
Oh God!
Yeah.
And with his legs splayed.
Yeah, he's got like one leg up and one leg sort of on the side, right? He's kind of like on his side, and he looks.
Why is this guy the bad
incredible.
guy again? Somebody remind me.
He wants to take kids
Oh yeah.
and turn them
That's a
into
little creepy.
batteries.
Yeah, but so did David Bowie in The Labyrinth, and
And I still can't watch that movie. What time is it? I'm 36 years old. I can't watch that movie. It scared the crap out of me.
It's
is
so
Puppets.
good.
spooky.
Puppets
It's
are
so
scary.
Yeah.
But David
just
Bowie in
ends
those
it.
tight
Lifelike.
pants is not scary. It is beautiful.
David
No.
Bowie fake doing fushigi with those balls.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did he?
yeah. It was.
That was
It's
someone
well-
else's hand.
It was.
Yeah, somebody else's hands. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen that? There's like a behind the scenes where it shows like the
It's
guy
this
who actually
guy,
does
like-
it. He like gets right up behind David
Yeah.
Bowie and like leans around and like
Yeah.
sort of so it's like just David Bowie standing like this, but the guy's arm.
Surely there was an easier
I
way to
wish
do
I
that
was that
shot.
guy.
There had to be an easier way, but
That
But
guy
no,
They wanted to do it
volunteered.
that way.
that guy
That
volunteered. He said,
was
"Oh,
like,
you want me to put my whole body on David Bowie's? Yeah, I guess. Oh, and you're gonna pay me? Yeah, sure.
I bet it was like,
Sure.
Did you see that Reddit thread where someone posted a photo of their dad like sitting behind David Bowie on a motorcycle,
yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
they're both shirtless and wearing shorts?
And
it's a
that
really
they're
nice photo.
way too close.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like
Yeah.
all the comments, all of them are like, "Oh, your dad be fucking David Bowie."
yeah.
Like, that's
Yes.
all of them.
Congrats
Yes.
on your dad,
Congrats.
fucking David Bowie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big congrats, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
You come
damn.
from the stock of a legend.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about here. That's the kind of thing that is riding this into town. And he's like waving at people and they're cheering for him. He's like tossing out candy and gold coins, and he's throwing it all out. He's in
Fushigi
top.
balls.
And fushigi balls. Yep. And people take them and they can just like immediately do it. They're just like, whoa, oh my God, I've never done this before. It's amazing. And yeah, it just says he makes a surprise visit to town.
hey, do you guys know who the Empress is?
Arata shakes her head. I don't know.
Didn't
I know
we
roughly-
see
Maybe that's. I mean,
somebody-
you think maybe that's like Madam Sky or whoever the hell our boss used to be? I mean, it kind of makes sense if they're in charge.
Arata just shrugs and says, I don't know who that is.
There's
Yeah, I don't
only
know who
one
that
way
is.
to find out, I guess. But we have
I
to
don't know
start
who
with
it
what we
is
can
either,
do.
but it seems important to Pre.
Do we remember what Madam Sky looks like? Because I don't recollect. When I look at my
You don't
memories
recollect
here.
nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Pre thinks very hard.
Pre remembers, and so does Crump. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know what she looks like. She's an older woman. That's
Human
she's
woman.
human. She's sort of hunched over. In your memory, very old. Yeah, very very old. Yeah, long hair. Yeah, old woman.
Okay.
Yep.
Old woman.
Old woman. Yeah, you can fill in more details if you'd like. I mean, I'm not trying to be like coy with it.
Okay.
She's old.
Now
Yeah,
she looks
she's
like
old.
Margaret Atwood in my head, and that's what we're going with.
Yeah. Sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like Joyce Carol Oates' foot.
Nope.
It's like in,
No, we're
No,
Yeah,
where's
sorry.
my red
Yeah.
like
yeah,
X?
right. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna X myself on that one. She's old. You know that she's been alive and sort of running the orphanage for like an incredibly long time, like probably longer than any human sort of ought to be around and kicking. And you know that in recent years she's been making some noise about sort of passing the reins. And I think one of the questions probably between Pri and Errata was who's going to.
Well, obviously not Errata because she murders people.
Yep.
Potato. I mean, she wouldn't call them people. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's the problem.
Yeah.
That right there.
And here we are at the problem. Yeah. So after Addie points at this, Errata says, that is bad. That is bad. Have you all run into him? Because he hasn't come here like basically the whole time I've been here. So
Yeah,
is it a
he's been
coincidence
following
that you're
us
here
around
and
a
now
lot.
okay, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Addie, but fuck.
Addie's heard worse.
That's
He's heard
really-
worse.
and seen worse.
Yeah, Addie
She said
looks
worse.
up. Addie looks up and says, like, yeah, I have. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, my dear. So someone's
But
got.
I mean, on the one hand, it kind of means like I didn't really murder anybody while I've been here.
No,
That's
Dahlia, don't think that way.
That's right, Dahlia.
You can't
That's
fall
exactly
down
it.
that. No.
That's exactly
yeah,
right.
No.
Let's not start
No.
thinking that way.
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
But aren't we like mostly dead?
Mostly, but not.
Go
Yeah.
on.
Does that mean that our consequences don't, or there's no consequences to our actions here just because we're almost dead?
No, I mean like maybe everybody who's in here is like almost dead.
I would. Yeah.
I mean, aren't we all almost dead anyway?
Yeah, it's just counting down the time.
I thought we had already talked about
isn't
no
life just a
philosophy.
series?
Life
Yeah. Errata says, actually, I've been writing my thesis on this. Let me get some
Don't
notes
talk.
on
We gotta hurry. No one cares
Errata
about
says-
your thesis.
Errata says, look, you're never going to be able to get into the base of the tower without my help. I've been spending the last, God, I don't
Let's-
know, 6 months
I mean, you
trying
don't even
to get
have
in
your
there.
powers, so really,
What's in the
How
base
hard?
of the tower?
that's a good question.
Do you want to know, or do you want to just go? Do you just want to go, or
We'll just
am
go.
I suddenly?
I've
We'll
been
go.
Suddenly
sitting
important?
here.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here. I didn't move. I was eating your chips.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
I'd do it again.
Yep.
Errata gives you a glare, and then addresses Dahlia. She is not looking at you.
For once, I'm in the charge.
Uh-oh.
Dahlia doesn't know what to do with this. She says this entire university is run by clockwork. You can't see it on the outside. It's incredibly old. It's far older than just about any other technological advance here, and it's all run exclusively by
In
clockwork.
this fake world, this is the oldest thing.
It's the oldest thing that I found. It's the oldest thing in the valley.
So
Yeah.
this weird sorcerer king's layered world with all his doors and trains and planes and whatever else he wants.
Automobiles, for
Yeah.
instance. Yeah.
Boats.
Yeah.
Whatever. You think he's been building it a little bit at a time?
I don't know.
A lot
I don't
of
know.
them
You
are
could-
based on our memories, I think. So perhaps that has something to do with it. Maybe these places are based on actual places that we experienced when we were alive.
And maybe the mass murderer should do a little bit more thinking about these sorts of questions before she goes blowing up children at the Raffi concert.
She says, okay, first of all, I didn't blow those people up. Those numbskulls, Dr. Drums and whatever else, I wasn't with them.
But you knew it was going to happen, right?
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
Okay. Then that's all I need to know. You said this tower, it's clockwork, right?
Everything here is clockwork.
Great, so we just
everything
break
on
it.
the universe. Okay, look.
That tends to be our MO about everything.
We need to get a real
It's
big
worked so
stick
far.
and put it in the gears.
Just a stick. Just here's some gears. Here we go. Yeah.
We need
well, that
lots-
should do it.
We need lots of bubble gum, guys. We're gonna need a lot of bubble gum.
We'll get to
Um,
chew in, I'm sure.
Ah,
Harada has
damn.
that somewhere.
We should have brought that cheese from the
Yeah,
concert.
she says bazooka or big red. What do you?
Big
she
League
pulls out-
Chew
shit, I
for
love
me.
it.
Big, oh yeah,
Red,
Big
Big
League
Red.
Chew.
Wait, no,
Yeah, she
I hate
pulls out some
red.
Big League Chew. She says, it's not that simple. This entire place is incredibly delicate. Okay, you start breaking down clockwork, and things are gonna fall apart here, and you might kill one of the kids. I
Says
kill
one of the
people
ladies
here.
who was
we're
blowing
worried
things
about
up.
lives.
No.
Oh my.
She says I kill people here all the time,
Yes.
but
We
none of them
know.
are the kids. None of them are the kids. I would know.
How would
How
you
do you
know?
know?
How would you know?
I would know.
How would you know?
Wait,
She-
okay,
she's-
hold on.
Ain't got the
Question.
powers.
Remember
Just
when the
blowing
Sorcerer
things up.
King and us? Hold on. No, guys. Arana, cover your ears. Remember when we were on the train and the Sorcerer King freaked out? Why was he freaked out? Like, did he not want to get close to Pri or something? I don't remember.
It was the train, right? I think he couldn't get on the train, or at least inside it. There's something about it being potentially a no man's land, a liminal space.
Oh, got
Ah.
it. So maybe that
Arana
came
says, yeah, I don't
from one of our memories, or I'm trying to figure out how this works without having any memories. So you guys know.
Dahlia's tried to piece it together on the back end.
I don't remember anything about trains. If that helps, I've never seen.
You
a
don't
train
remember
before.
what you had
Same.
for breakfast.
Yeah, that's true.
Arana
What did we
says,
have for breakfast?
Andy
I'm
probably.
starving.
Brownies, I don't know.
Mention it.
Arana says, look, I don't really understand how this place works either. All I know is it
Again.
takes.
Not doing a lot of thinking
Okay. All right.
before the mass murder.
Okay. She says, I invited you into my hideout, okay, and I will kick you out.
Ooh.
She says, I don't really understand how lots in this place works, but I do know that the Sorcerer King, it takes him a lot of time to move from sort of node to node or place to place.
Because
Because
he
the
doesn't have
space is-
keys?
Yeah, the space in between is it's not his making. He didn't make that. You know, the nodes are things that he made, but think of like the space in between as being a bridge that was there before him and that he doesn't have any power over. I haven't left this node, so I don't know what that's like, but everything that I've seen and read suggests that in
It's
that middle
fucking
space.
weird.
We gotta get those. We gotta put these kids on that train and not let them off.
Oh shit, that's a great idea. Except he can send people on that he can control, so problems
Yeah.
shows up again.
You could just kill those people, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, but then we're gonna be stuck on the train the whole time, like murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Ollie, I'm surprised to hear you say that in that
Yeah.
tone.
It seems a little.
Yeah, look, I
all of
want
a
to
sudden,
travel
Dahlia's
the world.
squeamish.
No, it's not the murdering people that bothers me. It's being stuck in one place. I
But
want
not
to see
me.
the world murder strange people, not the same ones.
She says, Errata says, look, I want to see the world too. So let's find the kids and get out of this place and get back into the world. This place isn't the world. None of this is real. Let's get the
you
kids
had
and
me
get
up
out of
till the
here.
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We
We're
can
working for
argue
the same.
semantics.
We're working toward the same goal. Who cares? Okay. We're working towards the same goal. Let's go. Okay.
I mean, I was ready to go, so so fuck you. So-
Yeah.
Errata stands up and says, if anybody's leaving this place first, it's going to be me.
All right.
And she walks out.
It's an alpha move.
Addie, what do you think about this errata lady?
Are you asking her while Errata's in the room?
No, she left.
Yeah,
She's
stormed
like
out.
standing outside the room. I mean,
Well,
she
then
hasn't
she
like,
can fucking listen. I don't care.
Addie says, I don't know. She makes me a little
That's a
nervous.
negative review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay says, I think she's fucking metal.
Jay, come on.
Yeah.
Dahlia's gonna swipe a piece of the clock necklace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Word.
swipe
Okay.
the 6 o'clock position.
Mm-hmm.
Call me a devil.
Yep.
First of all, she called you a demon. And second of all, that's a baller move, and I like it. You don't have to roll anything unless you don't want anybody else in the room to see.
Oh, I don't want anyone to see.
Errata won't see, but other folks in the room.
No one's gonna see.
So why don't we say
Dahlia
Why
doesn't know
don't-
how to tell people what she's doing.
why don't we roll against Pre and
zero
Crumb's
character development.
passive perception.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So we.
Pre, what is your passive perception?
Shit, because I just rolled a 2.
Oh no,
Right.
you don't roll for. You
Oh.
don't roll
It's a
for
set
it. What,
score.
it's
Passive
Yeah.
perception. What is it again?
no, it's
like
10
your
plus
it's
your
10 plus
wisdom
your
modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your
so
wisdom modifier.
it's just 10 plus your wisdom
It
modifier.
doesn't
Modifier.
matter because it's
Wisdom
not
modifier.
gonna. It's not.
Oh,
gonna do
yeah,
it.
yeah. So it's an 11. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. What did-
17 plus 7 because my
Yeah.
thieving has gotten
Fuck.
even more powerful.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did we even bother?
you do.
Look at
you
this
pick up-
hand.
You're
And the other one, I'm
doing,
like,
you're doing
cool.
fucking fushigi with one hand and 4 balls, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And you're
I'm
with the other
stealing
hand, you just
shit.
pocket. Yeah, you pocket it. Yep.
I put a nice little bird wearing a shirt beside it.
Amazing.
It says "I Heart the Valley" on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So Errata is outside, and she says, "If we're gonna go, let's go."
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Jay,
Addie says,
Addie.
"Should I come too?"
I think you should stay with us considering the Sorcerer King is fucking in town. And I
Er-
really don't
Errata?
want to.
Errata says, "It is an incredibly bad idea to bring the kids to this. An incredibly
Well, what
bad
are they going
idea.
to do? Be safe
Why?
in your damn closet?
It's going to be. It's super dangerous where we're going. This
What's
is
so
the
dangerous
heart.
about it?
This is the heart of the university's operations, and this place does not take intruders lightly. They're absolutely going to be guards, and it is absolutely going to get messy.
Can you
Yeah, well, look
guarantee
what
that
I
they
got.
just-
And she does fushigi with the key.
Errata says, "Okay, that's pretty badass." But
Yeah.
look, it's gonna get bad there. I think the kids should stay here. You can send Zilla and Doyle if they can come along too if you want. But Jay and Addie absolutely should not come.
And who's going to stay here and watch them? You?
I'll lock them in. I have a key to lock the door.
Well, what,
Oh,
now
yeah,
what
that's
kind
really
of-
going to stop the
yeah,
Sorcerer
security.
King.
The Sorcerer King doesn't know they're here. And so long as you 3 bozos don't lead him anywhere else that he shouldn't be going, I think we'll be fine.
Except the Sorcerer King definitely knows that we have them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
does.
how is he not
Hey,
gonna
question. Where are you wanting to put these kids once we find them? Because at some point, we might have like 12 kids, and there's what, 3 or 4 of us, 3.5 of us, depending on who you're asking.
She says, I don't know
You're
how
the
many
half errata, not me.
She says, "Damn it." She says, I don't know how many kids there are. I don't have that memory. I was sort of hoping one of you would. But look, when I have all the kids, the place that I would like to put them is back home.
Well, how do we put them back home?
We have to get to the Empresses.
Ugh.
She's that is the only place we can get out of this.
Well, how do
Um,
we get to her?
Keep going. We keep moving from node to node.
Man,
And we collect them all.
yeah.
Collect them all.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be
Rainbow
4 people
Road
you have to
or
fight at the end.
something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh, it's Victory
It's
Road.
called Victory Road. There's gonna be 4 people, but then after the 4, you're gonna find your rival. And shit, what was that guy's name?
Gary.
Dylan. Will
Oh,
be there
Dylan,
again.
Dylan.
Oh!
And
Which
he's gonna
one?
be he's gonna have
Flashback.
fucking leveled up constantly, and he's gonna have a Charizard so brutal that you're gonna be fucked.
Now, is this Dylan
Absolutely.
Dylan that we met and hugged, or is it his husband who we haven't
Well,
met yet?
when you say hugged, you mean stabbed, right?
Well, Dahlia stabbed him. I hugged him just really forcefully.
Yeah, you hugged him so that he couldn't move when
Yeah.
Dahlia stabbed him.
Well,
So-
that wasn't part of the plan. So
I don't know.
It just kind of happened.
It's just not like I've never had a hug like that, and I don't know that I'd call that a hug. You know what I mean? I don't
You
think
should
stabbing is part
count
of
your
hugs.
blessings.
Yeah, I think Errata says you absolutely should not bring the kids. That it is incredibly dangerous. It is going to get messy.
Can you guarantee that they're going to be safe in this closet, even if you lock it?
I
Can you
can-
guarantee that.
I can't guarantee anything. What I can't guarantee anything about their safety. Here's what I can guarantee: there are going to be people there who are going to want to stop us.
can we?
I can guarantee you that. And I think Crumb, you're Pre, you've like started to walk out the room. Is that right? Or had you gone all the way back in?
I think I had stopped once the.
Dahlia is gonna give the key to Jay.
Okay. Jay says, "What do you want me to do with this?"
You know how to use it?
Yeah, I just
Poke it in the air
Jay.
and use it. But only use it if the Sorcerer King comes after you, okay? Otherwise, we're gonna find
So this is a key. This is the key from Lazy Lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jay holds it up and says, this can only go to and from Lazy Lake. If I use this here, it's going to open a door back to Lazy Lake.
It should open a door to the train, right?
The train back to Lazy Lake.
Yeah, just don't get off. Stay on the train.
Okay.
It's better than literally being picked up by the Sorcerer King.
That's a good idea, actually.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
I'm trusting you with this. Don't go wandering in any doors that just happen to be open like the last time in the damn desert.
Okay.
I'm-
Okay.
Look, Jay,
I won't.
you trusted me with the map, and then I, fucking burned your house down, but I saved
Yeah,
your
I
ass.
mean-
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
look, I trusted you, and you trust me. So, we're in this
Jay-
together.
Yeah. I think Jay thinks about it and sort of looks at the key and then nods and says, they say, I trust you. Yeah, I trust you. And behind them, Doyle says, yeah, we're not going to let anything happen. And Jay turns around and says, fuck off.
Listen, Jay, we'll talk more about that later. Just know that they couldn't control what happened to them. They don't even remember.
Jay,
I know that's not going
yeah.
to be a lot. It's not going to feel very good anyway, because you're going to see their faces and think about how they tried to kidnap you. And it's going to fucking suck. But it also probably fucking sucks knowing that their body was controlled by somebody else. So
Jay, I think, just shakes their head and yeah, I think it's just like it's too raw for them. I think they just say, I'll get on the train if things get
and
bad.
make sure Addie's with you.
Addie is standing next to you, Crumb, and she says, I want to come with you.
Well, now Addie, oh boy, I don't know. I looked at Bree. I'm like,
Addie, if you come with us, you might be in danger, far more danger than if you were here with the others.
Addie says, I'm co-head of security.
Right.
And now
We're co-heads.
Jay needs you to be security.
that's right,
That's exactly it.
Addie. We got to make sure this room is secure and safe, and you can't rely on
And Pre has to
those
make
teenagers.
sure Errata doesn't go blowing up anything else. So
Mhm.
we have to split the party right now because we have
Are-
two heads of security.
Errata pokes her head in and says, I am absolutely going to blow something up. It's going to happen.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
Okay, we're gonna make
secure
sure she
that.
doesn't
We're gonna
blow up
stop it.
anything that matters.
Uh-huh.
Addie says, Addie, I think, gets pretty quiet and says, I just don't want to be left alone again.
I get down and I take her by the shoulder and I say, all right, now listen, cartwheel girl. This is gonna be
Right? Yeah.
your
Yeah,
first
she's still wearing her domino mask. Yeah.
your first solo adventure. And normally, there's like something bad that has to happen before, somebody has to go out on their own, but we're going to avoid that. We're just going to let you take charge of this part for now, because we got to go and do what we got to do. And you are now safeguarding our other people, our friends. It's not a team up anymore. You're the one. You're the star.
And Jay's a
think
good kid.
she-
I don't like kids, but Jay's a good kid.
I think she looks back at Jay, and Jay is like already into some Cheetos or something, right? They're like
Fair.
sprawled
They know
out on the
what's up.
couch eating Cheetos.
They're like 15
flipping through
and
channels.
growing. Of course, they're
Yeah.
gonna eat the Cheetos.
Yeah, Jay's like flipping through and says, "Oh, sweet MTV."
Dang.
Dude, just because that was
And-
your 15-year-old thing.
And I think Addie turns back and says, "Yeah, Jay needs me. I'll protect them."
But up here.
Also, Addie, you're really good about. You're like way more emotionally mature than me, so maybe you can help Jay feel better because he's not feeling too good.
Yeah, and you're so good at healing. Maybe you can kind of heal that beef that's brewing.
That's a lot to put on a 6-year-old, though. So
Well,
just have fun.
Yeah.
I bet you
Don't-
Arata has a PlayStation or something.
Don't let them stay up too
She's got a
late.
GameCube. She's got a GameCube. Yeah,
Good
she's got a
call.
GameCube.
Sweet.
She's got SSX Tricky and
Sweet.
Super Smash Brothers, and
Oh,
Mario Kart.
yeah, I think Mario
Oh,
Kart. Yep. Pikmin. She's got Pikmin.
Oh, man.
Pikmin. Man.
Dahlia says, never mind. I'm going to stay here.
Dahlia's like, actually.
Fair.
Addie says, "Okay, I'll do it, but just promise me that you'll come back."
I can promise you that I'm either going to come back for you or I'll be dead. And I know that sounds probably kind of dark, but listen to who's talking.
We won't die, Addie. We're not going to die, I promise you.
Yeah, she gets like a little worried when Dahlia says that, and then it's like, okay,
No.
Dahlia's.
okay.
This is why
don't-
Dahlia's not allowed to work with children. She will tell you
Okay.
the truth.
We will be back.
Okay,
And
that
just
sounds good.
know we'll
Yeah.
be thinking of you the whole time.
Okay.
Well, what are we going
Um,
to do about Big Red Gum?
Big
Oh,
Gum.
Red Ink.
Red
Are you talking
Ink.
about Red
Yes.
Ink? Yeah, that's right. Did Red Ink come with?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought he like rollerbladed away or something. Why do I have an image of that?
I thought that was
rollerblade away?
BBGB.
BBGB might have.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Red Ink came with you most of the way and then like peeled off and said like I've got stuff on my own that I have to do.
Later losers.
And
Yeah,
things
later
got
this
real
is-
awkward after.
Yeah. And he I think probably he just as he was leaving, he like wrote something down on a little sheet of paper and gave it to you, Dahlia, and it's got his address on it. Yeah. He said
Dahlia
he said
eats
something
it.
like
No.
he said like if you ever get some time, look me up. And he peels off. Yeah.
He would.
He did.
Well, that
Yeah.
was smooth.
Yeah.
And Dahlia had
Yeah.
to yell after him like, I didn't want this.
I didn't want this. I'm throwing it away right now. I hate it.
Yep. Puts it in her little pouch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is good. So Arata says, let's go. Let's go. And she steps out. And as the three of you walk out, I want you all to do perception checks.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, I'm perceptive today.
I'm not.
19.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. So
Ooh.
I'm
Oh.
like looking in my pouch of goodies.
Yeah.
Not
You walk
even at
into-
the
What
street.
is this?
You walk
I
into
walk
the
into a
wall.
lamppost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cry. Yeah.
No, actually, I think her horns get tangled in like some laundry, like some hanging laundry. And she's like,
Yeah, there's
"Ah,
like hang laundry. She's like, yeah. Yeah, Pri, what did you get?
5. I can't.
Okay. Yeah,
perceive.
so Crumb, you notice as you leave, you're maybe the last one out and you're closing the door behind you, and you see Addie take the rest of the clock medallion pieces and put them in her pocket.
You sneaky little girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
And then
taught
you-
her well.
And then you hear her say, "All right, kids, that's enough junk food. It's time to eat something healthy."
Yep.
I love our
That's-
daughter.
That's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that a girl.
And you're following Arata, and she's moving faster now that you don't have the kids with you. She's sort of really running. You're like sort of you're in buildings. Sometimes you're outside of buildings. Sometimes it's night now. I think it's like sort of like early evening, and eventually you see the tower in the distance, It's a really big university, so it takes a little while to get there. But it's a big clock tower, and Errata is telling you as you're running about like the time that she spent there trying to figure out how to get down into it, what's really sort of yada yada yada, etc. Right?
Hirata, why do you think one of the kids might be in the tower?
I don't think one of the kids might be in the tower. I think my final piece is in the tower.
Okay, so you're not sure if any of the kids are even here in this town.
I've had I don't even know how to describe it, just sort of intuitions or feelings in certain places in this, in the valley, where I've been sure that I've heard a voice that was familiar, or gotten the scent of someone who's familiar, or something like that. But they're always little fleeting things. And, I spent weeks staking out places where I had these little intuitions, these little sort of bits of memory, and nothing ever came to me. But I did track down this last piece of this medallion to the base of the clock tower, and once I have that and I have the whole thing, I'll be able to do much more. I mean, I'll be able to see them like they're lit up. I'll be able to find the kids immediately.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Aside from you not being good at your job, why do you think this is going to give you your powers back? What is the logic there?
She says, when I woke up here, when I finally got my memories back,
How'd you get your memories back?
I broke my seal accidentally.
Well,
Yeah.
what was your seal? Like mine
sat
was a
on it?
bird.
It was a bag of chips and I sat on it. Open,
Damn.
Yeah, that's
That
the
was that,
worst.
yeah. That was that. It really sucked. She says, I had this old pair of glasses that I didn't actually need. I didn't know why I had them, but I could just never let them go. And I carried them around with me for a long time. This really old ancient pair of glasses, and I accidentally dropped them one day, and they.
Was there a bird on them?
Nope, just a pair of wire rimmed glasses.
Could you see birds better through them?
I've always seen pretty 20/20 vision, so
This person.
Player
I can't believe it.
question.
Oh.
Did Pree's bell have a bird on it? Because I remember Crumb's cup. Okay, so
Well, I mean, while we're behind the curtain here,
yeah.
my cup looked like that, and I just always kind of thought that it looked like a bird when you held
so it
like
was a
that.
3.
The 3.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Crum is
It's
too
all coming
dumb
out
for
now.
life.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Yeah. Wisdom. Yeah.
This is why. Okay.
Yeah,
Only
wisdom.
Dahlia's is actually a bird. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Sorry. It's been
yeah.
2 months of
Yeah.
mislead.
But in character, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she says, I dropped them, and they were as soon as they broke, this rush of memories came back, and I remembered who I was. I remembered why I was here. I remembered the Sorcerer King almost getting the kids. I remembered us all splitting up and splitting the memories. And in my pocket, I found one of those pieces. It's like a clue that I had left for myself. And I remembered leaving the first one. And so I've been searching for the other ones.
You've been doodling clocks, right? No, am I wrong about that?
Not clocks. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
He has been doodling.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
He has
Yeah.
been doodling.
I
probably-
remember Crum
and you
asking
can-
something about like, is it a clock or something? And that's
These
I
symbols,
was just thinking if someone's going to be wearing a big medallion, it would be like a clock.
okay. Question answer.
I've been very stupid, and you've been way too trusting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I would trust about 10% of the stuff coming out of Crumb's mouth. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, Crumb has been doodling and sort of scratching a little symbol in various places.
I'm gonna have to do that again soon. By the way, I'm starting to feel the urge.
Yeah, Dahlia
Yep.
doesn't pay attention enough to.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's been doodling something. Fuck if I know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's either like fan fiction or a clock, one of the two. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Brown was here.
Yeah. So yeah, she says, it's the only lead that I have. It's the only sort of legitimate thing that I can do. And you can imagine it's taking quite a while to find these pieces. I started with almost no leads. So
And you remembered giving yourself the first piece?
I remembered leaving myself the first piece. Yeah.
Well, why
It's
did
like
you get rid of your power to begin with? Why would you split it up?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suspect it has something to do with the fact that it's an easy way to find the kids. And if the Sorcerer King found me, he wouldn't have that.
Ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding ding ding.
Errata, one last question.
Yeah.
Do you
I think you're almost there. You're almost to the tower. But yeah, you've got time.
do you remember anyone named Savvy? Savian by any chance?
No. From the orphanage?
I don't know. I keep trying to search my own memories and I can't seem to remember, but I feel like we bumped into this strange person, technically a duo, but not so much a duo anymore. And we were wondering how they potentially
1.5
It was-
now.
Well, it was already 1.5. Now it's like 1.25.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bumped into anybody named Savvy. No, I don't know. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry.
It's probably for the best, to be honest.
Yeah. This is somebody that you've seen before?
Yes, a strange person who we thought was working with the Sorcerer King, but maybe not. We're just trying to figure out if they're an ally or something else.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen.
Count yourself lucky.
She says, actually, no, she doesn't say anything. I want you all to make a perception check. She says, the entrance to the tower, the official entrance is just up there. And you can see there's like an archway leading into the tower itself. But, but she says the place that we're going to get in is this building over here. And there's like a little sort of research building nearby that you're going to go into.
Nat 20.
Ooh,
Are you serious?
Damn.
they got a 4.
I'm my
4?
hair is standing on end. I'm like tingling with
You're like
perception.
bringing in just stuff from the universe, just like funneling it straight in.
Something about Errata has just got me on
It's got you
alert.
going. Yeah. Okay. Dahlia, what did you get?
A 5. So once
Okay.
again, not great.
Okay. All right. With a 20, Crumb, you're about to go into this building. Errata opens the door and looks around and dips in. And actually, she like unlocks the door. She's got this like big ring of keys, and she sort of flips through them and unlocks the door. And Pri and Dahlia go in. And Crumb, you're about to go in, and you hear a party of people passing by. And you turn around and you hear Errata say, like, Crumb, get in here. Like, nobody can see us. Get in here. And so you're sort of sneaking in quickly, but you look back. And for just a second, in this party of people walking by, you think you see Dump Truck.
All of him?
That's an important question.
It's a fair question. Yep. You think you see him. And he's just walking with a group of people.
Dump.
You say that?
Yeah, I say it, and I'm starting to back into the door.
Yeah, you see him like look around. He doesn't know where the voice came from, but he's like, and you hear a voice as the door is closing. You hear a voice say, "Did you guys just hear something?"
As soon as the door is closed, I'm like, I saw a dump truck.
What?
I saw a dump truck, and he's alive.
guys.
You'll never believe this. He has friends.
Okay, Crumb, clear.
Okay, you're
All
hallucinating.
right. Well,
That was
I
too
miss him
far.
too, buddy. But stop it. We need to
No.
focus.
Arata says down here, and she's already heading down down these set of stairs.
Follow.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
At the end. At the back.
Yeah, you run along and you get to a door, and she says, "This is as far as I've gone. All I know is beyond this, we will be underneath the tower. I've gotten some like old blueprints or little schematics or things that suggest what this room is going to look like. But all I know is it's usually very heavily guarded, and it's sort of big and open. This is the heart of the university's sort of clockwork technology. So be careful. Okay, I don't really know what we're going to be able to what we can expect after this, except it might get rough." And she pulls out like a blade. It's maybe like, I don't know, this big, and it looks like it's done some business before. And she also pulls out a hammer.
Like a what kind of hammer?
Also
it's a good
looks like it's
question.
done
Yeah.
some business.
It also looks like it's done some business. Yeah. It looks like it's like slightly larger than a regular sort of like I don't know what you call a regular hammer, but just,
What, the claw on the back?
the one with the claw on the back. Yeah. This is a little bit bigger than that and looks like it could maybe hurt a little bit more. And the claws in the back have actually been bent so that they point up and out. Yeah. So this is she's
Nasty.
ready to go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. What is it? Divine Sense. So I
Okay.
can detect good and evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover. So I'm just trying to get a sense of what might be behind that door.
Does that count as behind total cover? What's behind that door?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. I would guess yes.
I feel like I think that would
Yeah.
be fair. Okay, never mind.
If you cast it, you'll be able to know about the three people around you, if you would like.
Oh,
I think I've done that once before,
I don't
actually,
want
and
you
I
to
don't want
know.
to do it again.
yeah.
Because I think it's
Yeah.
something that clearly was changing, and I think Pri was kind of just like, oh no,
Yeah,
I don't like
Yeah.
change.
I think that's right. Yeah, I mean, you could cast this right when you go in, but I think, well, I don't
As-
want to indicate what you'll find on the other side,
Yeah.
but it's very possible, given what Arata has said, that you're going to be kind of right into some action, and so
Well,
It's up to you.
I'm pretty secure with knowing that there's going to be bad shit behind the door, so let's just go for it.
While
you're going to
we-
cast it right as you come in.
No, you know what?
Oh, you're just-
Is everyone ready to go into?
Is everybody ready? Yeah,
Yes.
Arata is
So-
like, are
so
we
Pri
ready?
looks around, sees that everyone's ready. I'm gonna kick the door open.
If there was wood, if
Oh shit!
before we kick the door open, if there's anything wooden around us, or was it like stone hallway?
Yeah, I think the frame of the door is wood.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and carve my symbol into the wood then, the frame of the wood.
Okay.
Before the action starts, while everybody's like getting ready, like
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't because this is such a tight
gotta make
space,
sure I get that. Yeah.
and because there's not much else going on, why don't Pri and Dahlia roll perception checks with advantage? And
Matter.
Crumb
Once again,
Crumb-
rolled a 1.
okay. Well, you have to roll again. You get to take the higher
Oh,
of the two.
thank God.
Yeah. Crumb, what is your let's say your dexterity modifier?
Modifier
Yeah.
is 2.
Okay, so let's say you need to beat a 12. So anything 13 or above, and I'll roll this for Errata as well. Oh, she does not see. Dahlia and Pri.
I actually got an 18 the second time. First time
Okay.
it was a 1, so I was looking at my knives like, yeah.
Very nice.
And second
Okay.
time I paid attention.
15.
Okay.
Because when I leveled up, what was it? I got the ability score improvement, and I decided to add my stats so I could perceive a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
better.
Okay.
I think at this point, like I'm up against the line of the day, and like so I had to
You
I
gotta
had
do
to
it.
get it done. I
You
had
have
to
to
get
do
it
it.
done. So
Yeah. Yeah. You carve this in, and you both see him do it.
What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
What's what?
That thing you just carved. What are you doing?
What thing?
That thing.
What do you mean?
The symbol right in front of you. The one that
Huh?
you literally just carved. There's a thing.
Look, I've never seen that before.
But you just carved it.
That was here. That was here when we got here. I don't know.
I was probably just tracing it, like just feeling it.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if he's lying. I rolled a 17.
You don't even need to do that. You watched him carve it in. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
like you can see it. You saw him carving it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
know
my
he's lying.
question is, Crumb, are you intentionally lying or are you
Good question.
that obtuse?
Yeah, like I want to know if he knows that he's actually doing it.
Yeah.
Is it magical? Pretty, is this magical?
That's a good question. I could spend a spell slot trying to figure out what
Oh.
the fuck it is, but I don't care enough. If I'm being honest.
Okay, so and I'm sorry I broke up the action of the kicking in the door, but we'll get back to that.
We'll come
This
back
little
to
aside.
We're coming back to it.
If you'd like for me to show how honest I'm being, I'll detect the magic right now. I swear I could have sworn I just was just feeling the wood. I just needed to be in touch with something from a tree, and it just, I just found that little symbol there.
it. Found it. Okay,
I'll
well,
detect it. Do you want me to detect it? I got nothing
Yeah.
to hide.
do it. Might as well lie. Double down.
Okay, so I detect magic.
When
then.
you're in, you might as well go in further.
Yep. I detect
All right, what do you
magic on the symbol.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think I need to roll for that, do I?
I don't think you do. And it isn't magical, correct?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to be able to like show them how it highlights. I'm going to have to just tell
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It's not magical.
So you're literally.
I'll do it, guys. I'll do it.
I got it. It ain't
It's not
magic.
magic. It's
Yeah.
not magic. You can
Just-
trust me on this one.
So let me
I got
get this straight. You feel a compulsion to draw the symbol and you don't even know what it means.
But what is the symbol of, like, as a player question?
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. Did we decide? I think we talked about what it's in reference to, but I don't know
Yes.
that we ever decided on an actual thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any ideas? I have a potential idea, but if you have an idea, you can take it.
I mean, like, I've always just kind of imagined in my head, like, the Prince symbol. Just because, like,
Oh, a what?
Prince.
symbol?
Prince.
Oh, the
symbol.
Prince symbol.
Prince, his name.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen, yeah.
yeah.
Like
That's
Prince
nice.
of the
Yeah, I think
Desert.
that's nice. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. That's
Like
good.
I mean, that's all I was.
P?
It's
No,
like
there's like Prince.
like an
Prince for a
ankh,
little
kind of.
while. Instead of going by
Yeah.
his name, he went by that symbol,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm gonna
Yeah.
go look at.
Yeah, you should look for it. You should
Oh.
look at,
It's
yeah,
a pretty cool symbol.
it's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty sweet.
That was just my default. I mean, it's not very
Yeah.
character based. It's kind of.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I'm kind
No,
of
that's great.
stealing
It actually
Uh,
it actually works because I feel like Prince and David Bowie often had some very similar energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason it works so well is because it is the symbol of the Sorcerer King.
Yeah. Does anybody else know that?
I think you
Do
all
I-
have seen it. Yeah, you've
Oh.
seen it. Yeah,
Oh,
you've
no.
seen it before. Yeah. It is absolutely the symbol of the Sorcerer King. Yeah, so for instance, when he was riding back when he was riding into town, there were
Oh,
like flag
everybody-
Oh,
bearers
we
walking
saw
ahead
it
of
on his
him.
banners and
Yeah,
For
stuff.
sure. Yeah, you've seen it before.
Hey,
yeah, you've seen
Crumb,
it
did
before.
you used to work for the Sorcerer King?
I mean, now's probably not the time to get into it.
Oh, I think it is.
That's a yes.
I want you to I'll roll perception checks.
Oh,
What
I'm
the
losing
hell?
13.
I rolled a 1
13.
again. I'm gonna throw
Ooh.
this dice in the
Yeah,
garbage.
please.
10.
Next. Where's my bag?
Elliot's like, guys, do any of you see this symbol on the wood here? I'm just noticing it, and it seems a
Right.
little fishy
You
to
made
me.
the one
This pink
saw.
one.
Yeah.
The one
Let's
we
go
were
with
talking
this
about.
pink one.
Okay, so Crumb, what did you roll?
10.
10 and Pre?
13.
Okay, you both hear somebody on the other side of the door say, "Did you hear that? I think there's somebody out there."
Oh shit.
Right.
And Errata says, "Fucking shit, let's go." And she kicks in the door.
I was gonna do that. Damn it!
Oh,
she always has
I'm
to steal my
sorry.
thunder.
I ruined it.
Crumb, I will kill you later. Let's just do this.
She kicks in the door, and let me describe the space inside. You walk out, and it's a sort of big, like open air platform. Around it, sort of above, making up the ceiling, and below it, because the platform itself is glass. Below it are these huge gears that are turning, and there's like a spindle going between them that goes right through the floor. They're connected to other gears around you that, like, some are set into walls and some are freestanding. But it's like this incredible sort of like gear room, right? The platform has a couple of bridges leading off of it, also glass, that move into different areas. And you can see there are like desks set up around a couple of them. There are a bunch of people around, some of whom appear to be sort of guards. The door that Errata just kicked in opens onto one of these bridges that runs up to this big platform. And in the distance, I mean, this is like huge. This place is enormous, right? It's far bigger than you would expect there to be a room underneath the tower. There are other big platforms in the distance, and you can see there are like some guards. There are some people who are like working on gears, like replacing gears or various things like that. And then maybe on a platform sort of one or two over, you can see there's a desk set up right in the middle of a platform, and there's somebody working at it. And right in front of you, on the bridge, there are about 3 people, guards, and they are they're sort of standing, and they're like shocked to see somebody walk in. And because they're so shocked, Errata takes them by surprise, and one of them, she just knocks off the bridge, and he falls pretty far. One of them, she stabs with her blade right in the side, and the other one takes a shot from her hammer to the head.
Well, I guess that's that.
And the guy that she stabbed, she like uses the momentum of her stab to like push him off the bridge. And the guy that she hit with her hammer doesn't need any encouragement to fall. And she turns around and she says, "Let's go." And she's like racing in.
Yeah, we got that. All right, let's go, guys. But we're talking about this later, Crumb. This whole work for the Sorcerer King thing. Don't think I'm forgetting that.
Oh, God.
I think Pri is too mad to speak right now, so she just follows. Like,
Look how angry you've made Pri.
Yeah, so let's do this. Off of this first platform that you get to, there are 4 paths,
Okay.
4 bridges that head off, right? Errata takes one, and as she does, she turns around and she shouts, "Find the clock piece and get out. Just find it. As soon as somebody finds it, get out. It's down here
What are
somewhere."
you gonna do?
I'm trying to find the clock piece.
Okay.
Right, so she takes one leading off. The remaining 3, one of them leads to a platform that has a bunch of like file folders, or like a bunch of what's the word for
Cabinets?
like cabinets?
Filing
Thank you. Yeah,
The
filing cabinets. A bunch of filing cabinets ringing it. So that's the first one. The second one leads to a platform that has like a bunch of boxes set up on it, and you can see some of the boxes are open and have like loose gears and screws and like various sort of fixie sort of stuff. And then the fourth one, or the last one, the third one that's open to you, has the desk with the person working at it.
I'm going for the person.
And what does that person look like?
Sneakily with a
person is-
dagger.
The person is a small person, like a kid.
Like, can we
Like dump truck.
Can we see
No,
them?
it's not dump truck.
Can we see?
Like, what are they in a high chair?
Oh wait,
or
like
what
a
are we-
kid.
No, not a kid that small. It's a kid probably, I don't know, not yet 10, I would say. And this kid is like building something with his hands.
You know what the real problem is? I mean, like, we came to this town and we were, misled to think that supervillains were the real problem. But you know what the real problem? The real villain is child labor.
Hey Josh, does Pri recognize that kid?
Oh yeah,
This kid
this is important.
Kid has his back to you.
Well, Dolly is walking up to this kid, knives out.
There are a couple of guards in your way.
Oh, well, then
Yep.
kill him.
Pri's gonna
Um,
put her hand on Dahlia real quick and just say, wait. I think we need to see who that kid is first. Please.
Well, obviously.
Okay.
But I
as
mean,
lo-
if these guards are guarding the kid, then if I hold the knife to the kid's throat and say, I'm going to kill this kid, the guards aren't going to fight us.
Are any of the guards that Arata took out still on the bridge, or did they all fall off the bridge?
No, they all fell off.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Arata. Okay. That's fine.
Because obviously they're guarding something here, and here's thinking it might be the kid.
I'm going to cast friends on one of the guards.
Okay. What is this spell? Is it what I think it is?
1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was going to do this.
I don't think any of us knew you were going to do this.
No.
Friends.
This is amazing.
You and the target hang out for a while.
20 minutes, you guys pal around.
Okay, so well, it's not going to be exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I'm still
Okay.
doing it.
All right.
It's on me accidentally, so I'm like friends, and it's on me, and I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one character who's not currently hostile to me.
I think all of the guards are very hostile to you.
To me personally?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm not going to cast it because it's not going to.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically
You
they're
have
sort of like,
advantage rolls on
They're
no
like-
one because we're
I'm
all
not gonna-
hostile.
Yeah,
to
everybody's
you.
hostile. The whole.
Yeah.
It
The whole
just
clock
fizzles.
tower is hostile.
Okay.
Okay,
I think
I'm going to do nothing. then.
okay. So we can jump into initiative if you'd like, but we certainly don't have to. The way that I'm sort of envisioning this is there's like a couple of guards around, and they're kind of scattered all around as if they were like kind of milling about. There are a couple of workers who are actively like either up on ladders or like down on ladders, right? They're like they've attached ladders to like the floor and have climbed down them to get to the clockwork, the gear work below, etc. They're like workers sort of fixing stuff. And then there are also like a couple of other people who just seem to be working at desks. And this kid is one of them, right? Yeah, it's up to you. I think if we want to do some like fighty stuff, we don't actually have to get into initiative. We can just do sort of like quick and dirty rolls to see how it works.
Is
If you'd like.
Is this kind of like when you're in the video game and the guards are passing around? Could I like run sneakily between them at some point, or are they just like
Not
standing
anymore.
there like?
Yeah, not anymore. I think after Arata came in and did her thing,
Now
yeah,
they're very on guard.
that's right. And in fact, I think this kid was working sort of with his back to you, but as you all came in, he turned and looked around, and Crumb and Dahlia, you don't recognize him, but he still looks oddly familiar to you. In fact, he looks vaguely like Addie. He's got like the same nose shape, maybe, as Addie, the same eyes. He's got the same, he's like about the same age, nearish the same age. But you don't know him. Pri, you do know him. You remember this kid from the orphanage.
This is Addie's real brother that I didn't kill.
There you go. You're off the hook.
Yeah, tell her that.
Woo!
I think Pri just stops thinking at this point and just kind of charges in.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna roll for the guards, and I think there are 2 guards in between you and this kid, and so let's just do a strength check, sort of head to head, and if you win, you can describe what happens, and if I win, I'll describe what happens. Okay?
Yes, that is a 16.
I got an 11. Okay, so yeah, so why don't you describe what happens?
Sure. I think Bri's eyes just go fully white, and I think she just kind of charges in with
Cool.
her glaive, but instead of just killing anyone, I think she's using the back of the glaive, like the hilt in a way, and just kind of like
Right.
going in Jedi style and just kind of like boom into their stomach.
Yeah, just like knocking them down.
Yeah, just really
I love
quickly
that.
knocking them out to
Yeah.
the stomach
Yeah,
as fast
That's
as she
great, yeah.
possibly can.
yeah, you do this, and the kids fall back, or the guards fall back, and
Now we're
as
killing
the kids,
kids.
yeah. Also, the guards are
labor
kids.
laws.
Also, yeah. Also,
No!
your kids.
I knew it.
We probably
Yeah.
might be.
You do this, and the guards fall over. They fall back, and they're like out of breath and clutching their stomachs or their chests. And the path is open to you to get to this kid. And he like shrinks away. He like drops the thing that he was working on, and you could see he was building a little dragon out of gears, like a little silver and gold dragon that he had built out of gears. And he drops it onto the desk, and you can see its legs are moving, right? Animated by whatever sort of clockwork stuff he had done, and he like backs away, and he's terrified.
This is your city.
He like
Dahlia's following
got-
Pri,
he's got nowhere
but
to go.
she looks like she has just like seen the Matrix.
It's all becoming clear to me.
No, for real though, Dahlia's literally having this moment where without her memory, she's like picking up the little dragon. And it's like, this city's made of clockwork. You're the one who makes the city run. And Jay was Lazy Lake and Addie was Skate City. You guys are the
Holy
nodes.
cow.
He holds his hands up, and he says, I don't have anything. Just take whatever you want, please.
No, you
No,
don't have
here.
anything, but you
She gives his little dragon back.
He's like not sure what to do. And he darts a look over, and there are some guards who have seen that you're here, and they're like running around to get to you, but it'll take them a little bit. But he can see Arata where she is, and she's like messing some people up. She's like
How far away is she?
a whirlwind of chaos. She's maybe 40, 50 feet away.
Look,
cool.
you're being forced to work here, right?
He says, I like working here.
But if you don't work here, you get in trouble, right?
I don't know. I only work here. It's all I do. It's all I
Did you
do.
choose to work here?
I think he says, I don't remember. I just
Do you-
work here.
Do you remember having a family?
I got taken from my family to work here.
I ain't right.
He says, my mom and dad are very proud of what I've given to the valley.
Do you remember a sister by chance?
He says, I'm an only child.
Well, Not for long. Come, oh, you daft with all our other children.
I think if you step closer to him, he backs up. He's terrified.
No. Dahlia's like keeping her ground. She knows she's a terrifying creature.
Hey, all the other kids just liked us. What do we do here?
Jay never liked you, Crom.
You should have done that. You should have done that friend.
Though.
You should have done that friend spell so you can roll better on charisma.
I mean, I could, but
You can impress this guy with your cool Pokemon knowledge.
But then in like one minute, when he finds out that he's been
That
friended,
you've used a spell on him.
yeah, then he'll become
right.
hostile and try to attack me.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen a piece of something that looks like this?
And Dahlia shows the piece of the clock medallion that she fucking stole. But make sure that her back is to Errata, so she's holding it like right here, so there's no way Errata can see it.
Yep.
So good.
He says, you have one too? And he pulls out a necklace and he's got one on the end of a necklace.
It's yours. It's
Where'd he
not
get it?
Errata's.
He says, I don't know. I just had it. I've always had it.
I scream for Arata.
No, don't scream for her.
She turns and looks and she says, I'm kind of busy here. And she's like,
We found
you're like
it.
messing up some people. She sees that you found it and she says, oh, okay. And she pushes the guy that she's fighting off the edge and he falls to his death and she runs over.
Jeez.
God damn it, Arata.
Well, Dahlia,
Runs over.
as soon as Pre called Dahlia or called Errata's name, like Dahlia put that piece away, like mm.
So I
Hey,
Okay.
what's your name,
Great.
little guy?
Damn it, Josh! It was like the one thing.
Come on.
No, I've got his name, but he doesn't. I mean, he
He
thinks
doesn't
you're
want
here
to
to.
tell us.
He thinks you're here to kill him.
I'm gonna pick
He
him
just-
up.
Whoa.
You're gonna pick him up.
I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna throw him
Oh,
on my
that's
back.
not how it works. No, that's not how it works at all. Free don't.
You pick him up and throw him on your back, and he starts screaming.
Yep, just gonna run.
No, free. That's
Well,
very
I
bad.
guess
Stranger
this is
danger.
what we're doing. Dahlia wants to make a mess. I don't know. Throw some of the drawers out of the desk. Just throw them at the running dudes who are coming.
guards?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then steal some stuff so that it doesn't look like we just kidnapped a child. We were here for many things. Like
Why are
Okay.
you worried about the perception, the way they come to this crime scene?
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Dahlia's
Dolly's trying to
worries
cover the
about
trail.
This.
Yeah, muddy the
Dahlia worries
waters.
about these sort of things.
Okay, yeah, you steal.
Good, someone's got to.
Yeah,
Pre's not thinking about it.
yeah. Pre's not thinking about it.
And
Pre's
empty.
just running.
Dahlia's like, oh geez.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you can steal some stuff. You can steal some gears. There are gears that are like
I take the
made
little
of.
dragon. I take
Yeah.
some expensive looking shit. All right.
Yeah, you muddy the waters, and you see that on her platform where she had been, Errata also muddied the waters with like a
With blood.
pretty huge amount of blood. There's just a lot of dead people over there.
I don't like
And,
any of this.
and she
I guess they're not real. They're not
She-
real.
she
They're not
runs
real.
back
They're not
and-
real.
Don't say
They're not
that.
real. They're not
Don't
real.
say
They're
it.
not real.
Don't-
They're not real.
Don't say it. They are real.
she sees that you have picked up this kid, Bree, and she says, what are you doing? We just need the fragment. We just need the clock fragment.
To
It's
what
a
end?
kid, you dumbass.
I see it's a kid.
Uh-huh.
And then
It's a kid.
I think she's like, I see, and then she stops because she hears this kid shouting. And you see her sort of like take a step back, like she just got hit or something. And she says, is that one of them?
Yes, you dumbass. We are so much better at your job than you.
And Dahlia
what?
runs after Pre.
What is your malfunction?
she's following you. She's following you. And she gets to the door and closes it behind her to try and give you a little bit of extra time. And yeah, she's following you. Are you running straight back or where are you going?
Well, we're gonna make sure no one's following first.
Yeah, we got to bob
because-
and weave.
Yep.
I think
And make
you've
sure
got
that
enough.
we keep our eyes out to.
I think you've got enough ground on the guards down from that room that you don't have to worry about them. But yeah, you know, in terms of like making it back, you know, you've got a screaming kid on your shoulder, and
So
might draw
does
some attention.
everyone who's a parent.
yeah, it's true. I mean, it's a good time to be running around with a screaming
No,
kid.
Timmy, it's okay, Timmy. We're
Yeah.
gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
You can't buy that toy. You can't throw a
No
tantrum every
one's
time you don't get
gonna
what you
believe
want.
Dahlia is
I think
Is-
Bree sprints into an alleyway,
comforting.
but her eyes are still white.
Okay. Yeah, you make it to an alleyway.
Set the kid down.
Okay. He's crying, and he backs
Oh,
away,
no,
and
no.
he says, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Please
Tom, do your
just let me
stupid bird.
just let me go.
Give him one of the toys. You got birds coming out of your pockets.
Oh yeah, I do. But I mean, your bird dances.
Now,
Anyway.
well, just start it. You get
Here.
it started, and I'll.
He sees that, but he's too freaked out. He's too freaked out. He's
Mhm.
backing away. He's super freaked out.
We're
Okay,
here to
well,
keep
do
you
I have
safe. We're here to
anything?
keep you safe. I think Preet just keeps repeating that over and over and over again.
He says, I don't even know who you are. I was safe. I was safe. Who are you?
I'm Dahlia.
I'm you.
I think Preet doesn't say anything. I think she's still
He's
too busy trying to catch her
Crumb.
breath.
That's Pre.
Arata says, hi.
She's a monster.
He
Look,
says,
we really don't need
he
to be
sees-
throwing stones here. We live in glass houses.
he sees Arata, and his eyes get even bigger somehow. And he says, oh my gosh, you're the Princess of Masks. Oh my gosh. And he's slowly backing away. Yeah, he's still backing away. He says, I don't know who you are.
Do you know who Red Ink is? Do you like that guy? He's a loser, but like a superhero kind.
He says, I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, I thought maybe you would like a superhero or something. He's the only one I know. What about Captain Cute? Do you like Captain Cute?
He says, we're only allowed to listen to music a little bit, but I mostly prefer older stuff.
Oh no. We should have intervened sooner. Poor
Dahlia.
kid.
Poor kid.
He says, do you guys know Guns N' Roses? I'm a big fan. No, he's not. He's not. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's still backing away. And he's actually starting to gain some distance on you all.
Kid, I don't know what to tell you, but we're good people. We're really good people, except for that one. We won't let you get too close to her.
Yeah, I think Arata takes off her mask, and she says, I'm not here to hurt you, kid.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt you. The whole reason we're here is to protect you, protect people like you.
I think
What do you mean?
I think we have someone related to you that we've been protecting for a while.
He says, my parents?
Well, sometimes when you're little, you might have a sibling you didn't know about. It might have been
That's-
taken from you
That's true.
before
normal.
in a
It's
time
normal.
in a time you can't remember.
Mhm.
He says, if you're here, you don't even know who I am.
Yeah,
I don't know any of you, and you don't know me.
You've always been good with making things. Is that right? You've always had a gift for doing it, maybe way beyond your station, way beyond what any normal kid would know. It's been like that forever, right?
He nods.
Exactly. There's more kids like you that have these abilities that manifest in very strange ways, and sometimes when you're upset or happy, they come out in ways that sometimes you can't even control, right? It's been like that forever. The thing is,
He
we're
nods.
trying to
He's
reunite
nodding.
you with someone who has been missing from your life for a very long time, and there's a reason why you can't remember them. Someone has taken your memories, and we're trying to reunite your family. think Pri's like breathing very, very hard as she's saying this. But her eyes are slowly starting to get normal again.
He says, if you know me, then what's my name?
That's a good question. I had it in my notebook and now I don't have my notebook. Fuck.
Pri would know.
Yes.
And his name is York.
Thank you.
Yeah, York.
Damn, York.
He's like he's backing away. He's got his hands in his pockets and he's maybe slowed down a little bit because what you're saying is true. And yeah, he says if you know if you know me so well, what's my name?
You're York and your sister is Addie. And I'm like you too.
I think that gives him pause.
Because he also likes you too, as well as Guns N' Roses.
Also, he's a big U2 fan. Yeah, huge. Yeah, Joshua Tree is one of his fave albums. Top 5, easy. He's not sure. And you can see his eyes sort of like darting back and forth between you all. And he doesn't know what to do.
How about this then? If you come with us for just a little bit, we'll show you Addie, and you can decide whether or not you want to go home after that. You just have to trust us for a little longer. That's it. And then we won't bother you anymore. A lie.
We have a lot of junk food.
Why don't you all make a perception check?
All right, let's try this new
Oh,
dice.
yeah.
10.
On it. 19.
12.
Okay.
I don't know if I was high enough.
Plus what? Plus what? Plus what? That's a 13. Okay, it's a 13.
Okay. Pri and Dahlia, you don't see this, but Crumb, you do. You can see that he's fiddling with something in his pocket.
Oh no, he's gonna blow us up.
And just a moment before this happens, you see that he's going to make a run for it. Okay. Do you want to try and stop him?
Not physically.
Okay. He says, I don't even know you. And he pulls out of his pocket this gear. And it's not a gear maybe like you've seen before. It's a little thicker, and it looks like it has smaller gears working inside of it. And he throws it at the ground, and as he does, it expands into like it looks like a big like skateboard almost. And he hops on it and skates out of the alleyway.
Oh shit, that's so cool. Oh,
One
Addie
of
would
those,
love
like,
that.
balancing like uniwheel.
Yeah, it's
things.
like a Segway kind of a thing. It's like
Yeah.
that, but cool, but like infinitely cooler. Because Segways
Oh,
are not cool.
Steampunk.
This is cool. Yeah,
Addie would love that so
Off-roading.
much. No,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to grab him and take him to Addie now.
yeah.
Oh,
And he's gone. And the last thing
That's
you see,
it.
he peels off and takes a right out of the alley. And maybe 20 seconds later, as you're all sort of standing there, like somewhat flummoxed after having seen this thing happen that you were not expecting to have happen, you hear the sounds of the Sorcerer King's parade.
Of course.
What does it sound
And
like?
it's sounds like a parade.
Fanfare.
I don't know. Yeah, fanfare and jubilation. And you hear this coming, and Arata says, "This is very bad.
No
Very,
shit.
very bad."
Dahlia takes off running.
Yep.
I think Arata does too. Yeah. All right, so let's end there.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll
We are
stop
the
there.
worst.
Or
We're
the best, I
babysitters.
don't
We're
know.
not necessarily good babysitters.
Yeah. You're
We're
bound
not
to lose a
good
kid or two.
people.
You're bound to lose a kid or
Yeah.
two. It's gonna happen.
It
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
Okay. Well, we'll see you next week. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.